What is up, everybody? Boost on GB here, coming at you, and today we got you strapped to the Impalar. As you can see, there's an oxygen sensor that is missing. I took that for the Nissan Rat. So we are going to reinstall one that was like 30 bucks online. Hopefully hopefully it actually works. It's just for the it's not for the fuel injection, it's for the external gauge I have. Since the Holly Terminator, is it a Holly? Yeah. Since that thing only reads one bank, I didn't like that. So I decided to put a sensor on the other side so I could monitor both sides. Just in case anything stupid happens. So that's that. We will throw that somewhere in there and hopefully it'll work. And supposedly this thing still runs. It's broken, but maybe we'll just send it anyway. So, to any newcomers to the channel, this is my 1969 Chevrolet Impala that I beat the absolute tits out of for a few years with a small block Chevy in it. This car was donated to me, and yeah, there's not really anything on it, so it's kind of stuck with me forever. One of those deals. So, decided to beat the shit out of the stock engine with a turbocharger, and then eventually fed it Ajax toilet cleaner, and locked the motor up. Threw in a 6-liter LS with a Chuck Norris cam and two 7268 billet turbos with 80-pound injectors and a 102mm throttle body. It's got like a 3000 stall converter and a TCI full manual turbo 350. Welded stock rear end. Don't know what the ratio is. Think it's 308. Seems to go good. This is the original Bog Monster that I put together. So, yeah. Gonna see if this thing still runs, because the last time I had it out, cracked the ringland, and it smokes pretty good. So, at least I think I cracked the ringland. It still runs on all 8, but it just has blow-by out the fucking wazoo. So, gonna check the transmission fluid, the oil. I don't have to check the water because I know that should be good. Hook the battery up, and then give a little cranky to this old shit thing. Okay, so we're about to fire this shit box up. You're probably gonna have a pretty bad alternator squeak on this side. Boo-hoo. Like a beast. It's a little bouncy. £60 oil. I don't think that sensor's any good, because it's reading 12.5 the other side. That sensor's fucking dicked. Woo! That thing's got a nice converter in the bitch. Smoking out this side. Definitely a ringland. Love that. We're just gonna fucking send it. Old Smoky. I mean, it still runs like a fucking top. Has a little bit of a skip. I don't give a fuck. Just put a new spark plug in. Yeah, man, with the new center sections in the turbos, because the last time I had this thing out, this side seized up, and then it let loose the fucking ringland, which isn't related to that, but now I blew the turbos apart. So I put new centers in it, and hoping that was to fix the oil leak. You know, the smoke out the pipe. Nah, because it's still a ringland, because you get it going hot enough. There's some good blow by out of these little porties. So, got to pull the drift rat out of the garage so I can pull this in. So I do some work to it. I'm also going to clean it, because it's dirtier than shit. More dirt on this than your mom's fucking. But yeah, so I'll have to get these things back on, and the supercharger intake, because that is literally the key to this whole vehicle. This thing just looks weird without its blower scoop. Wow, it's cold out here. Getting real shaky like a crackhead. Fucking shaky. Bigfoot footage. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Let's see if the rat runs. Seems to run. Yeah, the rat's got some problems of its own. It's getting dark in here. What do we got? I either got to put new filters all up in this bitch, or fuel filters, or something, because it just keeps, there's so much shit in the fuel lines, and carburetor keeps getting plugged up. That's why it had that little backfire there. It just, shit gets plugged in the discharge nozzles, and it don't spray enough fucking fuel. So there you go. But it runs decent otherwise. It just, I want to do some stuff to it. I have an oil cooler I want to install, just so it survives a little longer. It still has really good oil pressure, but colder oil is better oil. And some other stuff too I want to do. Possible like radiator spray with a methanol injection kit, and just use it with washer sprays, and just spray the radiator when the engine gets hot. So maybe it'll cool it a little bit. You can go a few more laps, but yeah, so stuff like that. But I don't feel like doing them now. I want to like mess with something else. So we are. The Impalar is a pretty good step up from the Nissan in my book. What was I gonna say? I could be doing work on the El Camino and such and all that, but I don't know. I like the El Camino, but I don't like it. Like, I like a car. Honestly, I like shit boxes, and that thing is not a shit box. So my enjoyment from it is very little, because if it can't go on the bog and freaking roll over, and you flip it back on its wheels and keep going, and it's not like, a big deal, I'd rather have shit like that. All that shiny paint shit, y'all can have that crap. Because you can't do nothing with it. You get afraid. The only thing you do is go to a fucking car show and pop the hood. Boring. I want to see this thing backed into a fucking wall with these tires blowing fucking gobs of smoke that they're literally about to freaking kill somebody. Like, that's what I want to see. But enough of that. Let's wash this shit thing. Because it's fucking disgusting. This might be a two-handed thing. Maybe not. There we go. Nice ice water for the morning. But, yeah, let's get to cleaning. You can't make shit out of metal. Half of it's metal. But the important parts ain't. I guess no cleaning for this beast. You can stay dirty, you son of a... But what it does need is transmission fluid. Ooh. Oh. You ain't supposed to see none of that. Secret stuff. Get in there, bitch. Oh, I think I go from this way. Terrible. So this isn't actually transmission fluid. This is the blood from all of Vlad's victims over the years. Yes, that's what's in his beautiful transmission. No wonder it blows up. It's got the wrong blood type. Do a little road test. Oh. That's that fucking skid plate. Forgot how to drive this car. You gotta straddle the fucking crown. Fucking beautiful, baby. Still does some good shit. So, what do we have planned here to do? Well, as you can see, from the amount of fucking... That's all tire smoke. From the amount of... Let's just go full 3 fingers in there. Bam. Look at that. Junk. So, definitely on this side that I cracked something. Because this side's cleaner than a fucking whistle. Whistle on a thistle. Well, still dirty, but it ain't wet. I mean, there's some things you want wet, but exhaust pipes ain't one of them. So yeah. Definitely need some pistons, ringland, something like that. Because there ain't nothing else that's going to cause that. It runs so good, as you can see. You can just lay right onto it and it fucking does its thing. Yeah, so probably not going to do much maintenance to it, and we're just going to send it and smoke screen the fuck out of everything, because why not? I could see how bad it really is. And that's definitely the, ooh, there's some oil on that. I don't know. We'll see. You got to see some, good noises today. Feels good to have this car running again, even though I just had to hook the battery up. And, funny thing is that oxygen sensor is kind of working right now, now that it has some engine heat. It seems to, have kind of matched. The poly was reading like 12.5, and the AEM gauge was reading like almost 13, so. But you could see the difference in where they're mounted. Has a huge play in the how they sense. That one's right at the turbo, and this one's a foot from the edge, and this one's got the smoke out of it. So, yeah, that distance changes the way they read, especially with such a short pipe. Every time it idles, it just pulls air back down through the pipe, and it just misreads. So my full exhaust systems are a lot better for turbo stuff and sensors and shit. The exhaust doesn't have a place to go but into the sensor. And there's no way air can go all the way from there back up here to a sensor. But anyway, so enough talk about that bullshit. Nobody cares. When's the next time this thing's gonna be on the bog? Well, when I clean it up and make sure everything's gonna stay together. Yeah, it sounds a little rough. I'm gonna put plugs in it and see how it goes from there. And then, yeah, we'll probably do a bog session. And maybe I'll take a look at the tune. I have not since probably the last time I showed you guys on camera, which was a while ago. Because the thing runs like an ape. Why tune it? Why fucking keep fucking with it? Literally just let it go. Let it do its thing. Because obviously it's not going to blow up on itself. As long as you don't get it to 280 degrees like I do, it won't come apart. And it's a simple thing. Heat kills motors. Especially when you got them strapped to it. But yeah, so that's the end of that. Hope you like the sound. Like and subscribe. You will definitely see more of this car. Vladdy is like a very, what's that word? Highly regarded on this channel here. This motherfucker has got some serious fucking sack. He's like, ain't no joke, folks. But anyway, that's the end of that. I feel better now. It's got a nice cammed LS. Oh, back in my life. Good shit right there. Good shit.